Alright, we're back again in the Decepticon sunken ship, the Nemesis from the G1 show. Today we're going to take a look at the Voyager Combiner Wars Motormaster, which is pretty much a continuation of the Transformers Generations line. This is the Hasbro version, not the Takara Tomy, and we're going to take a look at him and we'll compare him next to his repaint and retool Optimus. I think probably... Obviously, Motormaster was envisioned first because these are Combiner Wars, and if you're going to have a Motormaster, you might as well repurpose him into an Optimus Prime. Let me just say right off the bat, if you want one of these figures, I would definitely go with Motormaster because you have hundreds of Optimus Primes. And this Optimus Prime, you can see he's kind of bulky, kind of weird looking. You know, it doesn't fit him as well. You can see he's just really blocky. It doesn't fit him as well as it does Motormaster. So we'll take a look at Motormaster here and compare the two of them. Alright, you got him in the nice black packaging. You got some good artwork there. You got the combiner form of Menasor here on the side. Again, you have him in his robot form and his alt mode. You can see right there. So he's this nice little compact trailer. Not trailer, but 18-wheeler, except without the trailer. So let's go ahead and get him out and just take a look at him. Alright, so first thing is, he's got this nice sword. So when he is being Menasor, he can hold the sword like this, and this is one of the themes that comes throughout the Combiner Wars. As you can see for Optimus, he's got two guns. If you can almost see here, they're reversed, but if you put them together, it's like a V8 engine. If you snap them together, but then they can also combine together to form one really long gun, which he can hold in either form, and that's very similar to what we're going to see here with Motormaster. So again, you can either have this like this, or the hilt, which you hold in here, now ends up looking like a little bit of a blaster. So you can hold a blaster like this and have a double-edged sword when he is Motormaster versus when he's Menasor. You can put them together. He's got one gigantic sword. So that's pretty cool that they're doing this for all the combiners. Alright, so we'll pull him out for now. And let's move the arm here so we can stand. So inside the box, you can see we have the instructions in the back. We have the card. Again, there's nothing on the back of the card, and it is little different, but it's pretty much the same artwork normally you see from the front. So that's what that is, and you can see there's some artwork on the back of the packaging as well. But we don't need to see that right now. That's not exactly what we're here for. Alright, so let's take a look at Motormaster. Let's bring him in a little bit and see what we see. So, unlike Optimus Prime, where Optimus Prime is pretty much the color of the plastic is the color of him, doesn't have all that many paint apps, there are more paint apps on this guy, and that's just because he's pretty much black and gray, and you have to put the purple coloring in there. So you can see here, he's got paint apps on both his shoulders. Let's put those back. He's got paint apps down here. Got the nice purple, Decepticon purple with the Decepticon purple logo there. His face is a little bit of a lighter color, and you can't really tell. See if I can get in here a little better. But his eyes are unpainted. They are black in there. And you can see that his face is a little bit lighter purple. It's more like a lavender compared to the rest of him. Also, he's got some purple here on his legs. And if you turn around, you see he's got purple here, but this is for other parts, not necessarily for the robot form. Alright, so let's see what he can do. Let me go ahead and turn this down just a little bit so we can get him completely in view. Alright, so his head is a block, but even with it being a block, he can move it up and down, back and forth. All these heads now are on ball joints, which is fantastic. Shoulder, he can move back and forth. He can rotate up and down. He has a swivel here above the above his elbow, and then his elbow moves as well, so you can get some really great posability out of this. And the hand, you can flip it up a little bit if you want, but it's just because it's just on a swivel right here, so you can even, you know, flip it something like this. You know, it can have him shaking his fist at you or something like that. So that's pretty good posability in terms of the arm. You can really do a lot with this guy. You do have waist movement, so you can move the waist. You can move you can hear the ratchet here for his hips. Those can move. There's a swivel right above his extremely high knee. I mean, you can see this is his leg and that's his knee. So the knee is really high, but that's needed for the transformation, both for the truck and how to put him into Menasor. So you have to take the good with the bad. But you can rotate, you can move the knee, and then you can also move the foot up and down. And again, that's just because of transformation, but it still works. One thing I hate in my Voyagers, and I wish that they would quit doing, is they give you black unpainted wheels. So I took a tester's kit, and these wheels are now silver on the inside, which they should be. I have yet, even pimped out cars, I do not see black hubcaps. There's always silver or gold or something. So these are painted. This is not the way it comes, just to let you know. They are they are not silver. But anyway, for a different day. So that's his. He can move a lot. And if we take a look, let me remove Optimus Prime's gun here, so you don't need to see that. But let's take a look at the differences between these guys. So if you are looking to get one over the other, the legs from here down are the same. Everything else is pretty much different. You can see, I bring them up closer, try to hold them with one hand. You can see that the chest area is much different. Obviously the upper torso, so I guess that's the upper torso. Here's the chest. Chest is extremely different. I mean, it's completely different. The arms are different. This right here is an inset and it's flat. Here you have some molding. You can see some different coloring. The grills are going to be different on the two trucks. And even here on the arm, you can see his is more of a slab and his has this diagonal piece in it. So you definitely have some differences in them in terms of the different casting for the plastics. Obviously the transformation is going to be identical. So let's go ahead and transform him into the truck right now, and this is a really easy transformation. So first thing you're going to do, push down on either side of this tab and flip the head inside. Okay, and you can hear that click. Now what you're going to want to do is, if you turn this, you can see this right here. This is going to be the back and this is going to be the front. So you unhinge these, pull them all the way in, and you don't snap them just yet. And you can see that's going to be the front. What you need to now do is you need to turn this, and see here's the front of the grill. So we'll turn both of those. Go ahead and rotate the arm back and push it forward. There's your front headlight. Same thing here. Pull it back, then push it forward. And now you can see this is a front. So you can really go ahead and push this down, and this stuff all really just clicks together. So you can put the hand back if you, okay, so pull this back so you have some room to work. And then you can bring this whole piece down like this, and you can just kind of snap it together, and it goes together pretty good. This is one thing Optimus does not have. He does not have the little windbreaker here. And now you can go ahead and push this piece up. This was on his arm. You can see right there in Optimus, that's this piece right here that we're talking about, this little flap. So you can move that out. So we're going to move this flap in. And now what we need to do is we need to pull this piece. This is on his back. This is all like this when he's in the robot. This is the back of him you never see. Now you want to pull this and then push down. Okay, so first let's go ahead and put these legs back and then just push the whole thing together. It's super easy. And then you just push in, you see? So here's his legs, you just push the whole thing in. And now, once you have the whole thing pushed together, there is a little tab right here. Sorry, there's a little tab right here, and there's a little slit underneath this. You just pop him in there. And same thing with this one. Pop that in like that. And now you have him. So again, see, that was pretty easy. It was not a lot of work to do that at all. So now you have him in his big rig mode. So you see he rolls pretty easy. Nothing much of an issue there. You can, in Optimus, you can put this piece up and you can hold. So these are Optimus's guns right here. You can put them in the back like that and see how it kind of forms this V8 engine. However, for him, you cannot put both guns there. You can put one, but you cannot put the other one because it goes like, it would go like this. There's no other place to store them. So what they've done is, if you see, there's a little tab on the side here, and there's a little opening here. So you can tab this in like that and then stick it in. like that. Now you can carry both guns. And you know, I don't remember when they first started doing this, but I love the revolutionary idea of being able to store the weapons with you when you are in alt mode. That is the best thing. I mean, I remember the Dinobots, when you got them, the G1, they were great, but they had like 3 weapons apiece and you know, another 3 or 4 missiles, and there's just no place to put them when they were in their dinosaur alt mode. Okay, so that's done. Let me transform Optimus Prime quick, and we'll take a look and compare these guys. So again, I'm just going to do this quickly. You can see this is a really easy transformation. It's not even taking me hardly any time to get this done. Alright, so we're going to snap them all together, feet in the back. Oops. There we go. Okay, push him back together. The other guy, snap him in. There we go. Okay. Easy breezy. So that is Optimus Prime, and let's take a look and compare them. So first of all, obviously he can roll. You can look at the paint apps on this guy. He's got some nice stripes along the back. That's purple paint. He's got some light lavender metallic paint here, which is the same paint on the front of his grill. He's got a really tiny, and this is a really good paint job in this respect. You got a really tiny Decepticon logo right there for a little emblem. I mean, that's just super tiny. Look how small it is in my thumb, my finger, and you can see it's done quite well. Okay, so then you got some yellow headlights, and that's about it for paint apps. And in terms of it being a truck, it doesn't really do anything else. But now let's compare him with Optimus. Again, the front, you just have the same type of color here, not obviously same color, but the same pastel looking, you know, translucent metal look. So this guy, I put them together a little faster. There we go. But you can see the front is completely different. You do have this piece being the same, but this is more because of transformation. It's a piece that's used to rotate the arms around. But you can see Optimus has headlights. He's got more of a ring here where he can tow. It just looks completely different. And then if you look from the side, again, as I mentioned, the sides are completely different too, for the most part. This part here is all different. However, this part in both of them is the same. So that is Motormaster so far in his robot mode and his alt mode. So it's pretty quick to put him into Menasor mode. So let's show you that. So we're going to take this off, pull this down. Now, if you flip it here, that's been the back the whole time, this will become our front. So you open this up, and there is Menasor's head, okay? So you're gonna have to take these pieces now and fold them out of the way so Menasor's head can roll back all the way. And now let's do the top first. You're gonna undo all of this, okay? So it's really easy. The whole thing just comes apart like that. So pull it all the way apart, and now we're gonna close this just a little. There's a little tab here, and it goes in that groove. So put that in there. Same piece here. Okay, so now you got the front. Now you need to bring the arm up, and there's another little opening right here, and your tab here, and that goes in there. So do that for both of the arms. Okay, and then you need to take the hands back. Okay, and now you can see here's a little slot where you're going to put his arms from the other guys. Open this up. Last thing to do now, pull down the waist, and you're going to have to swivel it because you need these two pieces sticking out. So what you do now is there's a little tab right here and a little groove right here. You need to put that out and pull this down, and this will fit in, and that locks it in place. So obviously you can see that it is a little off right now. There you go. So now that is going to be flat. Do the same thing with the other one. And then move down his belt. There you go. So that is the body of Menasor. And you can do a lot of moving. You can move this back and forth. You can move this, you can pretty much move his legs in any direction you want to. And then you can move the head back and forth. Let's put the horns up. So here's the face sculpt from the head. He looks really cranky. He's got some nice silver paint apps. I mean, you might not like the face, but I tell you, they did a great job in terms of sculpting, because it has a lot of detail and a lot of divots in it, and they really did a good job with this. So I have a complete different Menasor review of just Menasor himself, so you can find that on YouTube if you're interested. Please click like for this page, subscribe to these tutorials, and if you have any questions, just post them down below. I'd love to hear from you. That is review on Transformers Combiner Wars Menasor Motormaster. All right, thanks a lot.